This is Jared Rand, and welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for December 9th, Wednesday, 2020, 3 p.m. Eastern. Remind everybody we're having a TFCC tonight at 9 p.m. Suggest that you bring something to write on hard paper with. We're discussing quite a few things. Quite a few things. One, our minds are busy, and they are busy, making up stories about the future. We become blinded from our intuition that it is only available in this present moment. Whatever we are living, whenever we are living in fear, we narrow our vision and stop seeing the bigger plan behind it all. Our mind is busy projecting its all too important goals and plans into the future. And then when things don't go exactly according to our ego's plans, we often see and feel this temporary lack of trust in life. And when we think things are not working out perfectly, we temporarily stop living in gratitude. You ever done that? You know, stuff starts happening. And you just totally drop the gratitude from the heart-mind. The key word here is a temporary lack of trust. So when our trust drops, so does our gratitude. Remember, everything changes is impermanent in this universe. And the more we surrender to this awareness and live in the state of wonder, awe, and deep appreciation for what is here now, the mind has no choice but to let go and trust that things are going to work out for you, others, and the highest good of all concerned. When we surrender to the possibility that this moment is perfect, that things will work out because the highest possible consciousness is in charge of everything. And when we arrive to the understanding that the past and the future are perfect in every way, we can feel a benevolent God force is at the very fabric of our soul's sacred existence, guiding us all through life, every breath of the way. And how awesome is that? When we realize that this is the truth, our minds instantly stop worrying about everything and stops trying to control every inch of reality. Just for today, allow yourself to let go, trust, and surrender, knowing the real spiritual practice is knowing that things will work out. Maybe not exactly the way you think they should all the time, but in a much more spiritual, enlightening way that we can choose to be aware of. The heart knows that there is a much bigger and brighter plan that divinity has for each of us. So make yourself unaware of this and live as if everything is exactly as it should be. Imagine that everything is predestined for perfection. And your soul's going to manifest the perfect life that's full of great success and sweet challenges to make you grow. And this is exactly the way you want life to be. And you ask yourself, isn't that right? Make each day an awesome confession about reality. stop all the whining, complaining, and making up stories that you're not good enough and boring excuses. You are the God source itself. Each of us are. Why not fall in love with trusting in life? Knowing without a doubt that everything will always work out perfectly in the end. Everything. I think we all know that, and I've said this before, each of us, all of us are kind of like, well, we are Buddhas, Christ. And unless you become a Buddha, which is an awakened being, you have not lived at all. Because you will not know the great poetry of life and the great music of existence. Okay. This life is filled with so many wondrous things. Every direction you look, the universe is offering something amazing and new to experience, explore, and discover. And this is this genuine sweetness to life that continuously opens you and fills you up so that no matter what is going on in the outer world, you can access a cosmic connection that opens your heart and awakens your soul. Every moment of life has the potential to be deeply enjoyed. And that the kingdom of God is found within. And when you hear this, anybody that says this is right. It isn't even debatable. We're all here to discover this heavenly presence inside ourselves. Why do you think we're in the body? Every second of our lives. We are here to bathe in the sensual succulence of our soul and feel what it's like to be showered with love, acceptance, and appreciation 24 hours a day. This is the first direction to becoming a true living master of your life. Imagine, as we share these qualities of an enlightened being, imagine that these qualities are already inside you. They already are. Yet perhaps they may have fallen asleep, like seeds that was planted long ago. They just need some nourishment to sprout. Once these young sprouts have established roots in you, they'll grow deeper and create a firm foundation in a more enlightened reality. This is the sacred inner work of which any enlightened being has done. They've devoted their life to nourishing their internal soul. You can call it their internal soil. They've composted the weeds, brought sunlight to their sprouts, helped deepen their roots, and allowed themselves to harvest the nutrients which each plant has to offer. Their level of dedication to their inner garden is so profound that everything else in life becomes illusory and seems to take the back row. The enlightened being is a natural person, a normal mankind, just like you and me. Yet this person has become so intimately connected with nature that they have realized something extremely profound. They know that they are not separate from the universe on any level, yet are living, breathing, divine expression of it. The enlightened being has discovered the deepest intimacy with life, and this intimate connection is integrated in their everyday existence. coursing through their breath and the marrow of their bones. This intimacy with existence is so powerful that there is not 1 ounce of fear left in the enlightened being. They love and accept life as it is, seeing the world as a mirror, reflecting the thoughts they think. They understand that no one, as separate from the divine, multi-faced reflection of their self showing up in 8 billion different disguises. They realize we are all unique individuals operating as one. And this sacred understanding is why an enlightened being has real compassion for every living thing in this world. And at the deepest level, the enlightened being has found a profound sense of peace with all that is. They live in a constant state of acceptance of all the darkness and lightness found in life. They do not judge others, themselves, or this world, for they know that this is just a limited, narrowed perspective on the truth of existence. They know they are an infinite soul on an eternal journey, and that has no boundaries on space or time. The enlightened being can live in this 3D world without attachment to this dualistic paradigm and feel connected with their spiritual permanence. In this spiritual dimension is where they are free and feel the deepest love known to mankind. It is this connection with the divine within that causes them to accept all that is in life and totally enjoy the experience of being alive. The enlightened being is a highly sensitive, super-sensual person. They are so open, vulnerable, and present to the living pulse of the life force all around them. It's as if they never left their mother's womb. They are living in this sensual connection with life, in harmony with every breath they inhale. It's as if they are the womb of itself, receiving the heartbeat of new life, constantly nourishing life and being nourished by existence. The enlightened being has awakened from the dream. They have accepted the reality as it is. The self-imposed boundaries, mental walls, and personal limitations which they created in the parts in the past are no longer entertaining games to play on the infinite field of life anymore. They can see that all thoughts and beliefs are illusory obstacles generated by the mind, and that the real truth is so big it cannot be contained by the mind. They know they could spend lifetimes trying to overcome these obstacles to appease the ego and attain a new experience of growth, yet they choose the path of total liberation from ego instead. The ego of the enlightened being is no longer running the show anymore. There is a faint memory that is as tangible as their own shadow on the ground, which is behind them, following the trace of the form wherever it may go. They know the soul is in charge, and the guidance given by it is so clear it can't be heard and can be heard in the middle of the loudest rock concert. There is nothing that an enlightened being cannot understand, experience, or do. There is no mountain too challenging to summit on their inner world, and no desire they cannot manifest in their outer world. And enlightened beings are always living in alignment with the totality of their lives. They've realized their true spiritual nature and have integrated this awareness in every step and breath they take. They've understood they are powerful because they are connected to the infinite existence. They know the core levels and agreements they make with reality become the laws in which the universe instantly follows. The enlightened being understands the true nature of reality and thus are choosing to live in complete harmony with everything that is. They see how they are synchronistically creating their lives from a blank canvas and that everything is predestined on their journey. The meeting grounds between these two paradigms contributes to bringing such a deep peace inside. When someone meets with an enlightened being, a calming stillness remains with them throughout the day. An aura of peace, gratitude, and love for life continues wherever they are. You can feel the healing, calming energy immediately when an enlightened being enters a room. The deep penetrating wisdom they convey takes the mind beyond anything you could ever find on Google. You can know you've met with an enlightened being by the level of energy that they emanate. The love pouring out of the enlightened heart has no limitations on what it can love. It is in love with existence itself, and this love is reflected back in the intimate connection with every being they encounter. The true enlightened being is constantly loved by people because they recognize this love is inside everything and are sharing this understanding with everyone. There is a great humble presence this knowledge creates within themselves. The enlightened being has realized we are the source of love itself. An enlightened being is not in need of love. They are the eternal radiance of consciousness everlasting. They experience this entire life as a loving devotion to God and see how love is constantly revealing itself in every person, thought, and thing in the universe. This is why an ordinary day for an enlightened being contains moment-to-moment extraordinary experiences. The realization that everything is God runs deep in their bones. This knowledge causes every movement, action, and gesture that make radiate even more love into the world. And since they see love is all around them all the time, they're not defensive, possessive, or protective of anything. They feel such a closeness with the infinite light of love that you can feel the warmth from their heart, and their eyes seem to shine and sparkle. An enlightened being realizes that everything and everyone in this world is here to awaken and enlighten you further on your path. They see every experience of life as their greatest teacher. They meet each experience that arises with curiosity, appreciation, and acceptance. That is what truly makes them into the master of their lives. The enlightened being greets their inner demons with reverence, thanking them for their invitation to walk down the road into suffering again, knowing that energy is rich with nutrients for deeper healing and realizations. The enlightened being does not take themselves or life too seriously. They instead choose to play with the children rather than philosophize with the over-responsible adults. They'd rather skip lightly and freely down to the local store and the new liberating long road back home. The enlightened being walks their own path to greater liberation by helping others find the freedom within themselves. They become a living, breathing example for others to find the truth within. The enlightened being has entered the kingdom of God and has become this awesome, expansive, healing energy itself. They have stopped reacting out of fear, control, demand, or the ego's constant need. What interests them more is effortlessly responding to everything and everyone with an authentic, conscious heartfelt presence. Believe it or not, the enlightened state is your most natural state of being. The reason you may not experience this is because the mind has simply gotten in the way. It has formulated a set of beliefs about who you are and who you are not. These beliefs block this enlightened experience from coming through. Enlightenment is as natural to life as breathing. The inhalation and exhalation of your breath just happens to you. You don't have to do anything for breathing to occur. The body is naturally in it, and it's not just breathing for you, it is breathing you. It is not just breathing for you, it is breathing you. You are the very life force movement itself, and there can never be a separation from this life force at any time. It takes a very relaxed, quiet mind to understand this and truly feel how the breath moving through you has a life of its own. This is just like the enlightened state of being. It is self-sustaining and self-generating, just like the sun. There is nothing that can stop it or snuff it out. By simply bringing your attention to it, you realize it is already here now. So this week, maybe in the next week, the invitation for you is to take a few practical steps and to experience the enlightened being within you. Make it a priority to water the new sprouts you are growing within. Use your time wisely. Honor your true infinite nature. Know you are an eternal being without boundaries. Let yourself fall in love with this all-powerful divine being you already are. Keep the mind quiet. Relax the body as much as possible. And when the mind is truly calm, quiet, and at peace with what is, you can effortlessly slip into this blissful, sweet, enlightened state. It is much easier to do in a mind that is beyond fear. Make a special, personal, sacred time just for yourself every day to go deeper inside in your exploration of finding peace with what is. The more often you water and feed this little sprout within yourself, the easier it is for the enlightened state to take over your life. So if you will, go to a place where you're not going to be interrupted, and I'm sure that we all are. And the first thing that we care to do is relax our bodies. That everything that you might have attracted and held on to in the last 24 hours or the last umpteen days, and release it from your body. Sometimes it's almost like taking gum out of your hair because we've held on to some of these things so tightly, which isn't our natural state of being, that it disrupts the body eternally forever. So when you let them go for good. Relax. Drop your shoulders. Let the face relax. You'd be surprised how long we walk around with a face that's stressed or shoulders that are bunched. Even our feet that hurt or in pain. The body tells you, or the back, or the gluteus maximus, or your thigh, or your arm, or your eyes. This is all a stress factor. So you let it go. No reason to carry it. Not do anything for you. So as you let it go, you give them all a big hug and say, see ya. And the body will respond because your direction is mastering the body while you're in it. You can't master it when you're out of it. And the body responds and relaxes from head to toe, inside and out. feel that stress leave your shoulders and your back, upper back, lower back. And it's almost like you're floating in limbo. Now, as we relax the body, we move into the now. And the now is all we really have. The now stills the mind, the ego, the subconscious mind. It stills it. You're not in it when you're in the now, because you're only focused on the moment. You're only focused on the space between heartbeats. That's it. You're not concerned about the past. It's already gone. And you're not concerned about the future because you haven't created it yet. So that's how you stay in the now. It's almost like I close the back door and I close the front door. So I'm sitting and existing in the now. Some of us will go, we all get reminisced, we hear music, and we get thoughts coming in, and it kind of retraces things in our past. But we don't stay there very long. It's just kind of briefly. But some of us will stay there way too long. And we begin to get in the habit of staying there, so we end up bringing that past into a future that doesn't exist, creating that future from that past, and reliving that past in that future. You'd be just as good on a treadmill. Some of us will wander into the future and just bounce around, saying, what if, what if, what if, what if? What if this, what if that? So as you're in the now, how do you stay in the now? Your breath. It's divine positive energy. It's a lot more than you give it credit for. So when you find yourself, because we all do, because none of us are exempt from it, when you find yourself wandering off with thoughts, you might be in the moment at that moment, but then these thoughts come in, and you just start wandering off. And when you know that, when you're consciously aware of that, I'm wandering off, I'm going out of the past, and here I am wandering off into a future that doesn't exist, or entertaining the past, which is gone. So I focus on my breath. And when you focus on your breath, your divine positive energy, you're in the now. There's no such thing as a past breath or a future breath. It's only the now. So absolutely guaranteed that when you focus on your breathing, your breath, or your heart mind, you will be in the now. When you let all these thoughts come in and you start following them in every direction, you're out of the now. It's the focus. It is the path to literally moving into your state of your natural state of being by moving into an enlightened being. So we're focused on the now. We focus on our breath to keep us in the now. Our bodies are relaxed. Then we take our divine positive energy, our breath, and we merge it with our God Force Love Light energy, which is our chi, our prana, our ki. And as we view in our motion pictures, heart mind, we take this energy, this frequency, all the way up through the center of our bodies with 7 different wheels of light, 7 different colors, 7 different flowers in each one, and 7 different geometrical shapes in each one. These are the connection, the bridge, the etherical bridge in our bodies to spirituality. to the astral plane, to all the particles of existence, everything. And we begin with the root chakra, the red wheel of light, the Muladhara. This is career, money, mindset, and sense of belonging. This represents your foundation and feeling of being in the now. It's at the base of your spine, the tailbone area. Now, your emotional issues, your survival issues, such as financial independence, money and food. Your physical association is your spine, rectum, legs, arms, and circulatory system. Then we move to the orange wheel of light, the sacral chakra, the Vadasthana. This is your sexuality and pleasure. It is your connection and ability to accept others and new experiences. It's in your lower abdomen, about 2 inches below the navel and 2 inches in. Your emotional issues are sense of abundance, well-being, pleasure, and sexuality. Your physical association is reproductive organs, kidney, bowels, immune system. And you move to the yellow golden wheel of light, the solar plexus chakra, the Manipura. This is your personal power and ability to channel. It is your ability to be confident and in the flow of your life. It's in the upper abdomen and the stomach area. Your emotional issues are self-worth, self-confidence, and self-esteem. Physical association, central nervous system, pancreas, liver, digestive tract, skin. Then we move to the emerald green wheel of light, the Anahata, the heart chakra. This is your love, relationships, and self-acceptance. It is your ability to love. It's located at the center of the chest, just above the heart. It's emotional issues. Your emotional issues, love, joy, inner peace. Your physical association is the heart, the thymus, the lower lungs, circulatory system, immune system. Then we move to the blue wheel of light, the Vishuddha, self-expression. It is your ability to communicate. It's in your throat. Your emotional issues are communication, self-expression of feelings, the truth. Your physical association is your thyroid, respiratory system, teeth, vocal cords. Then we move to the indigo wheel of light, the third eye chakra, the ajna. This is your intuition, sense of purpose and direction in this life. It is your ability to focus on and see the big picture. Some of us look at a forest and we don't see the trees through the forest or the forest through the trees. Others of us look at it and see just the trees through the forest. Others the forest through the trees. Some of us all of it. And some of us none of it. And it's located in your forehead between the eyes, also called brow chakra. Your emotional issues are intuition, imagination, wisdom, ability to think and make decisions. Physical association is your pituitary gland, eyes, and sinuses. Then we move to the violet wheel of light, the Sahasrara, connection to the divine. This is your highest chakra, and it represents your ability to be fully connected spiritually to the pure God consciousness. Your physical association is the pineal gland, brain, nervous system. Now we, through our motion pictures and our heart minds, because we're the designers, we're the choreographers, we're the directors, we're the producers, we're the actors and actresses, we're everything in that motion picture. And we see that we have brought this energy up to the top of our heads and we hold it briefly. I am light, I am love, I am. And in that brief moment, we condense, compress this energy into pure liquid energy, omnipotently powerful. And then we release it over our pineal gland. Now, pineal gland is like a sponge. It's all shriveled up. It's been bombarded by everything possible while we've been in these bodies since our baby time. Just pure liquid energy. And view the pineal how you want in your heart, mind's motion picture. I see it as a rosebud. So when I pour this omnipotent powerful liquid energy over it, it explodes into a fully bloomed rose with a wonderful fragrance with multicolored petals, sending out shimmering waves of pure, deep, eternal love, peace, contentment, beingness. And it is the gateway to all the particles of existence, to the pure consciousness, to the God, to the astral plane, to everything and everything, yet nothing and nothing. It's connected to everything. The God, the source, the God source, everything. And we can effortlessly be in everything, of everything, from everything. We're also consciously aware that we are of and from the highest, the deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest, the deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude. We are merged. Our bodies, our soul, our higher self, our spirit, our heart mind, our ego mind, our subconscious mind, the God consciousness, pure, deep, eternal love. We are one. We are heaven on this earth. That isn't even debatable. And every step we take, we're creating paradise. And as we shine our light, like a massive floodlight, we're shining it on each other and everything and everything. So we have a God planet. It's a planet full of gods in physical form. The gods in physical form are heaven on earth, and every step they take, they create paradise. And on top of it, they flood everything and everything with their deep, pure, eternal love, light, energy. We have others with us. We have the archangels, the cherubim, the seraphim, the archetypes. We have the ascended masters, Kuan Yin, Maitreya, Buddha, Lakshmi, Ganesh, Gaia, Saint Germain, Sananda Jesus, El Morya, Abundantia, Pel, Thoth, Yahweh, Yeshua. Many, many, many more. And the archangels, their civilization have vibrated a different frequency than we do. That's why we don't see them like we see each other, but we meet with them. We meet with them quite a bit. We don't know it at first, but it's like a happen interaction or, communication with somebody, and then it dawns on you, a spark of the bliss within you comes to the surface, and you realize that was an angel. And you have that little bliss that comes up. And they're always reminding us not to take life seriously, not too seriously, and to be in joy, the bliss, our natural state of being, enlightened beings. Now, thousands can surround any one of us at any one time because of their vibrational frequency. They can hold a large number in a small area. And that's another piece of bliss. The ascended masters, they are those who have ascended into body, mastered ascension into body, out of body, hold God form, pure consciousness. We have ascended into physical form, and mastering the physical form by creating experiences that we experience, we create our experiences so that we can perfect our creations. And we're all reflections of each other, constantly teaching, learning, reflecting, all facets of each other, all one. And the separation is the illusion. So we're compelled to call out to all of the other facets, all the other reflections of all of us. So we call upon all the light energy beings and all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever, beyond, and forever. Only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest, of deepest, 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 eternal love, and of and from the highest, of deepest, 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 eternal gratitude can be with us in this now, in this meditation, forming the circle of light and the liberation of this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, and its civilization. And they come in the Gugaplex. One Gugaplex fills this universe. They come in trillions of Gugaplexes from every direction. And they are with us now. We call upon all the inhabitants of inner Earth, hollow Earth, Agartha, beneath Earth. Many, many, many civilizations and species. Only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest, of deepest, 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 eternal love, and of and from the highest, of deepest, 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 eternal gratitude, and be with us in this now, in this meditation, forming the circle of light, liberation of this planet and her civilizations. We call upon all the off-worlders, all the galactics, all the celestials, only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest, of deepest, 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 eternal love, and of and from the highest, of deepest, 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 eternal gratitude, and be with us in this now, in this meditation, and forming the circle of light. Now, we're only familiar with just a smidgen of them. Over 1,000 travel through this solar system every day, and trillions throughout the universes every day. Now, the ones that we're somewhat familiar with includes all of their levels and species of each civilization, including the good and the not so good and the bad. And understanding that our vibrational frequency, we are all gathered here because we are in deep eternal love and gratitude. So we have the Pleiadians, the Sirians, the Andromedans, the Arcturians, the Feline, the Zeta Reticuli, the Nords, the Greys, the Draco, the Reptilian, the Golden Pyramid, the Avian, many, many, many more. They've been assisting us in our evolution. In our enlightenment, in our ascension, freeing ourselves from our own self-imposed bondage and our own self-imposed slavery. And in the Gugaplexes, they are with us now. We call upon all of our loved ones, all of those who have ascended out of body in this lifetime and all lifetimes that we've inhabited. Only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest, of deepest, 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 eternal love, and of and from the highest, of deepest, 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 eternal gratitude, and be with us in this now, in this meditation of forming this circle of light, liberation of this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, and her civilization. They come in the billions, and they're with us now. We call upon all the light energy beings who have decided to be housed in the following forms on and above and below this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, and this now, in this meditation, and the forming the circle of light. We're only familiar with a handful of them. They come in shapes, colors, sizes, forms, configurations, of which many we've never seen before. ones that we're kind of familiar with, fairies, the sprites, the elves, the gnomes, dwarves, trees, the trolls, the elementals, earth, air, water, fire, ether, the mermaid, the dolphin, the whale, the pegasus, the unicorn, the centaur, and the minotaur, many, many, many more. They come in the trillions, and they're with us now. Arm in arm, hand in hand. All one. In full compassion, non-judgment, non-ego, non-negativity, stillness of mind, gentleness, kindness, generosity, humbleness, bliss, joy, peace, tranquility, benevolence, abundance, prosperity. And we're all love, and we're all God, pure consciousness, and we're all one. If you see that we are separate, that's the illusion that fools you. And our God force, love, light, energy is in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. And it continues to intensify, and it continues to expand. We immediately form a massive circle of light around the equator of this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, and this now, this meditation. The circle of light is the very core essence of all of us. It is the God, the pure consciousness. It is divine perfection. It is our soul. And this is our natural state of being, this light. This circle of light is so brilliant that it grays out the darkness of the sacredness of space. It would take 1,000 billion suns in this solar system to even come close to its radiance. Excuse me. We flood and saturate all of our brothers and sisters on and above and below this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, and this now. A complete washing, saturation, and flooding of deep eternal love and gratitude. Because they are part of us. So in reality, we are bathing ourselves in the love that we are, 24/7. Lifting the vibrational frequency and the harmony to unheard of levels. Henceforth, the total liberation of this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, and its entire civilization. And we begin to levitate as a circle of light. Above the planet, as we do, we're met with an ocean, a gossamer field of just trillions of vibrant, different colored lights reflecting everywhere. And they're all little tiny mirrors reflecting all of us gathered here in this meditation. Fascinating. And we're immediately met with the emerald green flaming healing light of Archangel Raphael. This is the column that reminds all of us that we are the power of healing. Then we call upon all of the light frequencies of the highest high to join us as part of us as well. And we're met with the violet, blue, purple transmuting flame, the violet, blue, purple flame of Archangel Michael. This is a column that reminds us all of our omnipotent power, strength, and resolve. Then we're met with the white fire. This is a column that reminds us all that we are imbued from head to toe, inside and out, with a impenetrable white fire armor. It is a God force love light armor. It is of the highest high frequencies. It is of divine perfection. It cannot be penetrated by any force, power, any external reality, authority, anything. Nothing can harm it externally. So as we're protected 24/7. But only you have the power that, whether consciously or subconsciously or unconsciously, if you decide to lower your vibrational frequencies low enough, you will create a breach in your white fire armor just enough to allow all the dark matter, lower survival matter frequencies to come flooding in. If you do this, and this is through hate, greed, fear, sorrow, anguish, envy, judgment, you're then met with purple transmuting flame. This is a column that reminds us all that we can bring in the purple transmuting flame. We can transmute all of these lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies into neutral light substance. We send them to pure consciousness where they are no more. We're then met with the violet ray. This is a column that reminds us all. We can bring in the violet ray right behind the purple transmuting flame. We can balance, harmonize, cleanse, purify where these lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies were, sealing the breach in our white fire armor, restoring our perfect harmony of deep eternal love and gratitude. We're then met with the golden white pink light. This is the column that reminds us all that we are the sun sets and the sun rises. We are the sunlight and the sun. We are the rain and the rainbows. We are the sky and the clouds. We are the trees, the forests. We are the oceans, the streams, the lakes, the rivers. We're the snow. We're the animals. We're everything. And everything is us. But when you see it and view it as if it's outside of you as something separate, then you're not connected consciously with your God, with your soul. We continue to levitate above the planet in the circle of light. And as we do so, some of us step outside of our physical bodies and float effortlessly above them, those of us that are carrying physical body. And we come upon this massive crystalline light tower. And it's larger than the solar system, and we created it. And so it's very easy for us to gaze upon the center of it. We see this oblong sphere. In the center of it, there's this beautiful golden white shimmering light that's beaming these warm mists that are penetrating all of us. And it is deep eternal love. It is actually a reflection of the pure consciousness God within, and that the light that we emanate from within. And then around it are multicolored bands of light shimmering, sending out, doing the same thing, saturating us. Gratitude, gentleness, kindness, generosity, humbleness, prosperity, abundance, well-being, endlessly, tremendous wealth, all flooding us, all reminding us of what we are. And this is perpetual, it's eternal. Then we see our meditative sphere. It's that center circle. We created this sphere almost 3 years ago. It houses almost 1,100 of our meditations in perpetual motion. The highest intent of the deepest eternal love and gratitude from the one to everything, which is all of us, as the one. hundreds of millions of intents of the One, flooding and saturating us, head to toe, inside and out, eternally. All of our brothers and sisters, those that are asleep, those that are so much awake, those that are more so awake. This is why it can be seen, heard, and felt, and all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever, beyond, and forever. And this is why it continues to intensify, and it continues to expand. You feel it. You don't just sense it, you feel it. We are all moving into our natural state of being as enlightened supreme beings, and we are realizing that everything and everyone in this world is here to awaken and enlighten each of us further on our path. I join in the meditation and return to close us out. Take an easy breath in through the nose. And easy breath out through the mouth. Move slowly. Do not do your ordinary daily routine today, rest of the day. Instead, mix it up. Do something completely out of the blue. Jump in this extraordinary moment of your life. Now is where you discover that you are divine consciousness. Relax. Don't be anywhere special. Be nowhere. Being nowhere is the greatest thing you can do to start being now, here. And continue becoming fully aware that you are an enlightened being. Take this with you for the rest of the day, into the evening and night, and into the following morning. We will return here December 10th, 2020, Thursday, 3 p.m. Eastern, to continue our global guided meditation call. And tonight at 9 p.m., our TFCC.